I've just come from the Faldo Series Asia Grand Final at the Mission Hills, where we had 91 golfers from 19 different countries across Asia. So I've had a series for 18 years now, the Faldo Series. We played 40 events in 32 different countries. We have over 3,000 competitors. We touch about 8,000 kids through grassroots programs. And we now have 2 grand finals, one in Asia, Mission Hills, and one in America at the Greenbrier in October. So all the winners from the European events will go to America, and the winners from their age groups yesterday will also go to Asia. We have a Japanese winner for the second time, 21 years old, good kid. So the bottom line is I need some money. My own philosophy, I mean, I try to design the best I can for each project. That's really, I enjoy it. I've been working with my company now for 15 odd years, and I love being out there and trying to create something. We've done some good work. We've done some interesting, probably tried to really enhance the local surroundings. What we've done in Cambodia, we've tried to make this golf course look as if we found a footprint from an old, Cambodian village like Angkor Wat, with different little broken, crumbling little temples here, there, and everywhere. So that's going to look pretty unique. So I like to bring uniqueness, strategy to a golf course, memorability, if we can bring that, and the wow factor if I can create that. That's all you're trying to do. When a kid, this is the terrible thing about the game of golf, that a kid is confident, he's feeling good. The media want him to talk, so he talked, and then suddenly you criticise him because he's talked too much. It's like, whatever, smack talk. But I mean, he wasn't having a go at anybody else. It's not like, but he sent a message. He's feeling good. I mean, quietly you have to be thinking that. You got to believe you're the best in the world, or you. I mean, I used to go to a tournament and think, I've got to beat 5 guys. And when you get really good, you might get to a tournament and think, I've just got to beat 1 guy. You've got 1 guy you've got to beat. And if you can beat him because he's playing that well, you're more likely going to win. So when a kid has got self-belief and wants to tell everybody that, why not? I'm quite happy with it. I wouldn't knock it. Well, those guys are. Well, Phil is already 43. Tiger's now 38, isn't he? He's been out there 20 years just about 20 years as a professional. That's a lot of golf, and Tiger is. When you actually look at it now, his dominance was 8 years ago, which is a lot. Well, 8 years in the world of golf is a long time, especially when we're all given a window, which some would, the unwritten window is somewhere between 25 and 35. And if you're really special, it starts at 20, early 20s, and goes to somewhere like very few, only Jack. The odd guy can win majors in their 40s. So, these youngsters are they're different golfers now, and they're all playing a different style of game. They play very aggressive. Their strategies now. Their strategies get it as close to. It's almost the old school from Seve's old school was get it as close to the green as possible, and play from there. So, he gave his self-confidence a good bashing. That's what but he's fortunate to be young enough to realise, wow, if your mind is not completely on your golf, then you've got to give it 100% commitment. I mean, I learned that as well, that if once your mind is not 100% committed on the practice ground, even on a Monday and Tuesday, or even away from a tournament, you've got to have that. So he's looking good physically, amazing, very strong. Doing a lot of changes, and changing equipment. I said would be hard work, and it was. It took 9 months. In his own words, he told me it took 9 months to find a driver. Well, that was the season gone. So his confidence in his driving disappeared because he changed driver, and then and now he believes that's back. But then he's just had the Honda when he's leading and couldn't finish it off, so the swing is still. A lot of guys have lots of positives and there's always the negatives, and it's how And it's whether you can get your positives and get you going to keep you winning, or whether the negatives hold you back. Everybody has it, every single person. And it's how, where the balance is between where you are. You know, if you're all positive and you keep going, but if that negative part of your game or your mind or your body is holding you back, then pressure finds that. You know, it's interesting.